It is an honor to address this August Assembly of States on this, the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. On behalf of the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago, I extend congratulations to you on your election to the presidency. My delegation is confident that with your experience and able leadership, this crucial session will be highly successful in advancing our work for peace, progress, and sustainability for humankind. Permit me to also express our gratitude to His Excellency Volkan Bozkır for steering our work during the 75th session. Notwithstanding the innumerable challenges encountered during his presidency, he has effectively advanced a comprehensive framework to ensure the continuity of the work of the United Nations. Mr. President, I also take the opportunity to congratulate His Excellency Antonio Guterres on his reappointment as Secretary General. The continuity of his astute leadership serves to ensure that the United Nations remains a critical partner in our aspirations to build back better. Mr. President, the COVID-19 pandemic has laid bare the profound fragilities of our interconnected societies and economies. None among us have escaped severe economic contraction and consequential loss of livelihoods. Most of all, the heavy death toll has created new and complex social issues in our societies that require intervention by governments. We are of the firm belief that multilateralism is the only vehicle by which we can jointly save humanity, safeguard livelihoods, and re-energize our economies. It is happening right before our very eyes. COVID-19 has become a pandemic of the unvaccinated, the majority of whom live in the global south. As a responsible community of nations, we ought to take immediate measures to ensure equitable access to and distribution of vaccines across this globe. This would be the only secure way to protect our populations from further demise and our economies from further convulsions, as the current situation of vaccine inequity benefits only the virus. In Trinidad and Tobago's experience, it has proven an uphill battle to source vaccines on the open market, due, we were told, to our relatively small size and issues of low demand. Such dismissive and unfair responses really deny the universally accepted principle that every human being, whether they live in the developed North or the developing South, is entitled to the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health. Recognizing the dire consequences that countries of the Caribbean community would have to confront, Trinidad and Tobago used its chairmanship of CARICOM to convene a heads of state and government meeting to address the pressing question of vaccine availability. Such is our conviction of the relevance and power of multilateralism that the Trinidad and Tobago chairmanship took it one step further and raised with the Director General of the World Health Organization the convening of a global summit on vaccine availability. In the meantime, as a result of diplomatic initiatives taken at the bilateral level, Trinidad and Tobago and other members of the Caribbean community received donations of WHO-approved vaccines from several governments. We also received supplies via the COVAX facility and from the African Medical Supplies Platform. The people of Trinidad and Tobago and their government express once more their grateful thanks to all those countries and mechanisms whose generous assistance permitted us to scale up an aggressive vaccination campaign. It would be remiss of me not to express Trinidad and Tobago's deep appreciation for the critical leadership role continuously demonstrated by the United Nations, and more specifically by the WHO, in spearheading the global efforts to combat the COVID-19 virus.